Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of second week of July month. Session will be very interesting and important, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First is, which among the following is incorrect with respect to the 23rd SCO Council of Head State Summit that was held in the month of July? Remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired this 23rd edition of SCO Council of Head State Summit that was under the theme Towards a Secure SEO, correct? And this was held in virtual format. So first option, that it was India chaired this meeting, and this was the 23rd SEO and the theme here was Towards a Secure SEO, and it was in the month of July. So is it option A correct? Yes, option A is correct. B, PM Narendra Modi presented the AI and national language processing or natural language processing based language platform, that is Bhashini, at SCO summit. B is also correct. C, during the summit Iran became the new permanent ninth member of SCO, and this is important one, do remember. Ninth member Iran, AI based NLP language model, that is Bhashini, and theme, that is Towards a Secure SEO. Then fourth is the third option is also correct. Fourth is Belarus is set to become a full member by 2024 as the nation signed an memorandum of obligations which will lead to its membership. So yes, option fourth is correct. But if we look at the option fifth, the presidency of SCO for the forthcoming period is handed over to Russia. So no, it is not handed over to Russia. Actually, it is handed to whom? Who will be having the presidency for the year 2024? It is Kazakhstan. Correct. Next, so here option B is right one, because we need to find out the incorrect one. Next is, according to World Health Organization and UNICEF, they jointly released a joint monitoring program for water supply, sanitation and a hygiene report that was released in the month of July. Globally, women and girls bear the burden of drinking water, sanitation and hygiene, that is for wash crisis. So according to this, globally around how many people live in households without water supply on the premises? So almost 1.8 million people live in household without water supply on the premises, correct? And we are talking about a report that was released by WHO and UNICEF jointly. This was a joint monitoring program, and it talks about the wash crisis, that is your drinking water, sanitation, hygiene crisis, correct? And the correct option here becomes option C, $1.8 billion. Women and girls spend more than 10 times as much time fetching water for households as compared to that of men, and girls are nearly twice as likely as boys to bear the responsibility. And remember, this is the first in depth analysis of gender inequalities in wash in households. Next, IBA Indian Bank Association formed a 5 member working group for the implementation of recommendations from Reserve Bank of India's Committee on the Working of Asset Reconstruction Companies. Right? So it is Indian Bank Association that formed a 5 member working group committee that is for the implementation of recommendations from RBI's Committee on the Working of ARC. So it is a 5 member committee, correct? The aim of this is to review, is to update these templates to align with the evolving changes and expectations within the ARC sector and enable them to meet the growing demand of the financial industry. Who is the managing director and CEO of Secondary Loan Market Association? Ajit Kumar. And who is the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Association of ARCs in India? So the CEO of the Association of ARC in India is Harihara Mishra ji. Correct. Next, International Astronomical Union named minor planet after Dash, India's first professional meteor astronomer, and 3 other scientists, that is Ashok Kumar Verma, Kurma Venkataramani, and Rutu Parekh. So remember, recently IAU, that is International Astronomical Union, named minor planet after Ashwin Shekhar, right? And he is the India's first professional meteor astronomer along with 3 other scientists. They are Ashok Kumar Verma, Kumar Venkataramani, and Rutu Parekh. Correct? Then remember Ashwin Shekhar. He is the India's prominent meteor astronomer, and he is from which state? He is from Kerala. Right? And Ashok Kumar Verma, Kumar Venkataramani, and Rutu Parekh, they are from the state of Gujarat. Correct? Next, which company recently signed an MOU with Voyager Space to explore the launch and deployment opportunities for SSLV and Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle? So both for SSLV and PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, which company recently signed an MOU with Voyager Space to launch and to explore launch and deployment opportunities? Correct? It is New Space India Limited, that is NSIL. Correct? They tied up with Voyager Space. This is a global leader in space exploration, and they signed an MOU with NSIL, that is a Central Public Sector Enterprise under the Department of Space. Correct? And this is also known as the commercial arm of ISRO. And they together recently signed an MOU where they will be working towards various launch and deployment opportunities using NSIL's SSLV and PSLV. SSLV is your small satellite launch vehicle and PSLV is your polar satellite launch vehicle. Next, when was the World Kishwali Language Day 2023 celebrated across the globe by UNESCO? So World Kishwali Language Day, it is celebrated across the globe on 7th of July. Correct? It is observed on 7th of July, and the theme for this that you need to remember here is Unleashing Kishwali Potential in the Digital Era. The day highlights the role of Kishwali in promoting cultural diversity, creating awareness, encouraging dialogue among civilizations. Correct? Also remember 7th of July 2023, it marks the second commemoration of the World Kishwali Language Day. That means the second time we are observing this, and Kishwali is the first African language that is recognized by United Nations. Next, who has recently become the first Indian to win National Collegiate Table Tennis Association Male Athlete of the Year for his exceptional performances in 22 to 23? He will be Mudit Dani. Correct? Indian paddler Mudit Dani entered the history by becoming the first Indian to win National Collegiate Table Tennis Association Male Athlete of the Year award for his exceptional performance. Right? Important, take a note. If question can be asked, Mudit Dani, he is related to which sport? He is related to table tennis. Next, name the mascot of the 37th edition of the National Games of India 2023 that was launched by the Chief Minister of Goa Pramod Sawant in June 2023. So he will be, the mascot here will be Moga, right? This Moga is it represents Indian bison, correct? And it will be for the upcoming 37th National Games, right? It is a mascot for the 37th National Games and it represents Indian bisons. The 37th edition of these National Games of India will be held in various locations in the state of Goa, right? This will also feature, remember, an interesting information, Gatka. Gatka is the new traditional martial arts sport that will be included for the first time during this 37th National Games that will be held in Goa. And this Gatka is associated from which state? It is associated from the state of Punjab. Next is Rajnath Singh and Union Minister of Defence launched NCC integrated software, a single window interactive software for cadets in New Delhi. Right, during this event, which bank recently signed an MOU with NCC to open zero balance account for all the NCC cadets? It is your State Bank of India, right? Rajnath Singh, we know he's our defense minister, right? So he recently launched a National Cadet Corps integrated software, that is NIS. This is a single window for various software for cadets. This was launched in New Delhi, and during the event, NCC and SBI, they together signed an MOU, correct, to open zero balance account for the cadets here, right, for those people, right? Apart from this, NIS, they designed a entry to exit model that will be in partnership with Bhaskaracharya Institute for Space Application and Geo Informatics, right? Apart from this, with the help of this MOU that was signed between NCC and SBI, almost 5 lakh cadets will be benefited every year. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the Performance Grading Index 2.0 for 21-22 states and UTs that is released by the Department of School Education and Literacy that comes under the Ministry of Education in July 2023, right? Which among the following is correct? If we look at option A, none of the state has attained the highest grade, that is Daksh. So it is absolutely right that none of the state has got the highest grade here, correct? And none of the states or UTT has attained in the Utkarsh, Ati Uttam, Uttam or Pratishtha 1 grades. Apart from this, second is, so option A is right here, right? Then B, Punjab and Delhi attained the grade Pratishtha 2, and Andhra Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh and Telangana, they have attained grade Pratishtha 3. So is it right? Let me correct here. It is Punjab and Chandigarh. 2 states have attained only the Pratishtha 2. It is your Punjab and Chandigarh, not Delhi, right? So option B is wrong here. If we look at option C, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Mizoram, they have attained the grade Akanshi 3, that is the lowest grade in the PGI, that is your Performance Grading Index 2.0. So yes, option C is absolutely right here, right? Then remember, if further asked that why this Performance Grading Index was released, it is to basically assess the performance of school education in those particular states and union territories, right? So it is your PGI is basically for school education or grading of performance of school education system in those states and UTs. Next, USA and India conducted Operation Dash to identify illicit and illegal medical products shipped using the international mail system. So remember, it was USA and India. They together launched Broader Sword. This is the name of the operation that was basically to identify the illicit and illegal medical products, right, that are shipped using the international mail system, right? So the name of the operation between USA and India is Operation Border Sword. This was held between 12th till 23rd of June, and it targeted the shipments that are coming to the USA from India. Over 500 shipments of unlawful and potential deadly unapproved prescriptions, medicines, combination of medical devices, synthetic drugs were prevented from reaching the USA. Correct? So the name of the operation here is Border SWAT. Next, which organization, along with Francis Xavier Bagnard Center for Health and Human Rights at Harvard University, released a report with the key findings that half of the child trafficking victims are trafficked within their own country. So, this report was released by International Organization for Migration, that is IOM. Correct? They, along with this Francis Xavier Bagnard Center for Health and Human Rights at Harvard University, they released a new report, right? And as per the report, half of the child trafficking victims are trafficked within their own country. In case of international trafficking, children are mostly trafficked to neighboring countries, like neighboring wealthier countries, correct? And a data showed that more than 69,000 victims of trafficking of 156 nationalities were trafficked in almost 186 countries, right? Next, name the insurance company that recently won the Insurance Innovation Award 2023 for the Asia Pacific region at the World Digital Insurance Awards. It is your Bajaj Alliance Life Insurance, correct? They have won the Insurance Innovation Award for 2023 and it is for the Asia Pacific region, correct? It was at the World's Digital Insurance Awards, right? So remember, it is your Bajaj Alliance Life Insurance. They have been awarded during the Insurance Innovation Award 2023, or they have won the Insurance Innovation Award 2023, and it is for the Asia Pacific region, and it was during the World's Digital Insurance Award. The award was presented to recognize the Bajaj Alliance Life groundbreaking WhatsApp conversational platform, which empower customers to use their services digitally. Correct? So remember, it was for their WhatsApp platform, right? And this WhatsApp platform was launched for providing services digitally to their customers, and for the same reason they were awarded with the Insurance Innovation Award 2023, and it was for the Asia Pacific region, and it was for the and it was during the World Digital Insurance Awards. Then remember, what is this TDI? The digital insurer, right? They hosted the 8th edition of the World Digital Insurance Awards, all right, that we just discussed here. So question can be asked that these World Digital Insurance Award, they were hosted by which organization? It was hosted by TDI, and they were the 8th edition of these awards. Next, name the Indian badminton player who recently won the men's single final at the Badminton World Federation Yonex Canada Open 2023. So during the Yonex Canada Open for 2023, he is Lakshya Sen, right? He's an Indian. He won the men's single final here, correct? And this event was held in Calgary, Canada from 4th to 9th of July. If we talk about women, our Indian women badminton player is PV Sindhu, right? She lost to Japan's Akane Yamaguchi in the women's singles semi-final, right? So if asked about who won the men title here, so men title was won by Lakshya Sen of India. And if we talk about women's single title, who won it? It was won by Akane Yamaguchi. She's of Japan. Correct? So remember, for this Canada Open, Yonex Canada Open 2023, men Lakshya Sen and women Akane Yamaguchi. Next, Ricky Valerie Collet. She became the first transgender to be crowned Miss Dash country. So Ricky Valerie, she became the first ever transgender to be crowned Miss Netherlands, right? And important, take a note, Ricky wants to be a voice and a role model for the Queen community here, and she's the first ever transgender. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the amendment made by the Ministry of Finance in July 2023? If we read among the following, option A, the Ministry of Finance amended the Government Saving Promotion General Rules for 2018 with Government Saving Promotion General Second Amendment rules of 2023, under which NRIs are made eligible to be nominated as a nominee for the government saving scheme. So yes, the NRIs will now be eligible to be nominated as the nominee for the government saving scheme. So option A is right. B. This amendment has been added as sub rule in the principal rules in the rule 14 after the sub rule 8. So yes, option B is also the data presented here is right. Then C. Another amendment allows for converting a joint account into a single account upon the death of an account holder. So yes, option C is also correct here. Correct. This rule covers various schemes, right, such as your PPF, that is your Public Provident Fund, National Saving Certificate, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, right, Mahila Samman Saving Certificate Scheme, Post Office Time Deposit, Kisan Vikas Patra, right, Post Office Monthly Income Schemes, and so on. Next, name the company that recently signed an teaming agreement with Spain-based shipbuilder Navantia to build 6 advanced diesel electric submarines for the Indian Navy. So remember, it is your L&T, correct? They recently signed a teaming agreement and it was with the Spain-based shipbuilder, that is Navantia. Correct? So L&T and Navantia, they signed a teaming agreement where they will be building 6 diesel electric submarines and they will be for the Indian Navy. Correct? Very important. Apart from this, the TA was signed for the purpose of the submission of techno-commercial bid for India's Project 75, that is P75I. Right? Apart from this, remember, the first S80 submarine, this was launched in 2021, correct? And this project, that is P75, under this agreement, Navantia will design P75 submarine based on these S80 class, correct? And currently this S80 submarine is going sea trials and it will be delivered to Spanish Navy by 2023, correct? So for these diesel electric submarines, a teaming agreement was signed and it was between L&T and Navantia. Next, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, they announced that the Numaligarh Refinery Limited, that is in Dash State, has been elevated from the Schedule B to Schedule A. That means they have been converted from Schedule B to Schedule A category, correct, by the Government of India. So this asked here is that this Numaligarh Refinery Limited, this NRL, is located where? It is located in the state of Assam, right? And they have been elevated from Schedule B to Schedule A category CPSC by the Government of India. Now remember the Schedule A enterprise. As we know that NRL is now a Schedule A enterprise, correct? Now they have become eligible to achieve the Navratna status as a Navratna company, correct? And now they will have a freedom of investing up to 1000 crore rupees without prior permission from the central government, correct? Now they can directly invest these 1000 rupees without the permission of the government, right? And this NRL, Numaligarh Refinery Limited, it is in the state of Assam. Next, name the company that recently signed a contract with the Ministry of Defence for the procurement of 2 Dornier aircraft for Indian Coast Guard. It is your Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Correct? Ministry of Defence, they signed a contract with Hall for the procurement of 2 Dornier aircraft for the Indian Coast Guard, right? The overall cost here is 458.87 crore rupees, right? And the aircraft will be procured under the Buy Indian category in New Delhi, right? That comes under your Atmanirbhar Bharat policy. Then the Dornier aircraft, they are being indigenously manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, that is in UP Kanpur, correct? And they are being developed under Make in India initiative, right? So these 2 Dornier aircraft will be delivered to Indian Coast Guard, and which company? That is Hall. They have signed this MOU for the same, or they have signed this contract with Ministry of Defence for these 2 Dornier aircraft. Next, which of the following platforms of Government of India along with the Department of Telecommunication have recently launched Bharat Internet Utsav to celebrate the transformative role of the internet? So remember, which is the following platform of India? It is MyGov, right? They, along with Department of Telecommunication, have launched Bharat Internet Utsav. Correct? They together launched this Bharat Internet Utsav, and this is to celebrate the role of internet by encouraging citizens of India to share their stories of how the internet have positively impacted their life. Many of the jobs now, correct, they are based on out of internet only, correct, and because of this internet only, huge populations all around the world can have various jobs, correct, be it on internet, be it on any portal, any website, and it is your mygov platform along with dot. They have launched this Bharat Internet Utsav, correct. Apart from this, to participate in this Bharat Internet Utsav, citizens can share their videos of up to 2 minutes by telling about how the internet has impacted their life, how internet transformed their life, and they can tell about their life stories in just 2 minutes, and they can share them on these various platforms, on various social media handles also, using the Bharat Internet Utsav hashtag, correct. Apart from this, the contestant on this contest shall be conducted on this mygov, and the best stories shall be rewarded with up to a prize of 15,000 rupees. Next, United Nations International Maritime Organization adopted 2023 IMO strategy to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from international shipping close to what? So UNIMO adopted 2023 IMO strategy to reduce the GHG greenhouse gas emissions from international shipping close to 2050. Right? I repeat, UNIMO, they adopted the 2023 strategy, correct, and it is for the maritime or for marine environment protection committee on the reduction of the greenhouse gases from ships, correct, that travel in the various oceans, that take goods from one location to other, right, and to reduce the harmful emissions from them. This greenhouse gas emissions strategy was recently adopted. Now the question asked here is, what is the target here that which we are adopting or we are aiming here? It is 2050, that by 2050 the pollution, the emissions that are caused by these ships in international waters or the ships that are used for import and export should be reduced by 2050, correct. Next, RBI, they have issued a draft circular arrangements with card networks for issue of debt, credit and prepaid cards, empowering the debit, credit and prepaid card users in India with card network portability with effect from dash. So remember, we are talking about card network portability, correct. If you remember, in the earlier days or now also, we can change your network provider or sim network provider, right? If you are having Vodafone, you can shift it to Airtel, or you can shift it to Geo and vice versa, correct. So this facility was provided for the sim cards also. Now we are talking about your debit cards, correct, your credit cards, right. So in that also you can shift between Visa, Mastercard and Rupee, and this facility has been provided by RBI, and with the same number you can shift to the different card network, correct. And the date from which this will be effective is 1st of October 2023. This means the users can port their card network just like one can port, switch or port mobile service providers while having the same phone number. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to Bajaj Alliance General Insurance Company as of July 2023? So if we look at the options, let's see the option 1. Bajaj Alliance General Insurance Company, they hosted the first ever General Insurance Festival of India in Pune, Maharashtra. So this information is correct, which officially set a new Guinness World Record for achievement for the largest attendance for the insurance conferences. So this is also correct, and you have to remember this, that this was during the first ever General Insurance Festival of India that was held in Pune, Maharashtra, that a new Guinness World Record was achieved for the largest attendance for an insurance conference. Option B is, so option A is correct here. Option B is Mayank Chander Kothari, right, won the GIFI, that is your General Insurance Festival of India awards in the Best Health Insurance Advisor of India. So who is the Best Health Insurance Advisor of India? Mayank Chandar Kothari. Option B is correct. Third, who won the Jiffy Award in the Best Motor Insurance Advisor of India? Shiv Kumar Gupta. So option C is also correct here. Right, both you names you have to remember, Mayank Chandar Kothari and Shiv Kumar Gupta. So all these three ABC are correct here. Next, who recently became the MD of Microsoft India following the resignation of Anant Maheshwari as the Microsoft India president? So, Irina Ghosh, right? Irina Ghosh will be replacing Anant Maheshwari to be the new president of Microsoft India. As part of the executive reshuffle, Navtesh Singh Bal has been appointed as the new chief operating officer. He was earlier heading the government, public sector and education business for Microsoft in India. Correct? So Irina Ghosh will be the new president of Microsoft India and will be replacing Anant Maheshwari. Next, which state government recently overtook Tamil Nadu to become the top state in the installed wind energy capacity in the country? It is Gujarat state. Right? Gujarat became the number one state in the installed wind power capacity. Wind power capacity, pushing the long time leader Tamil Nadu to the second position. So it is Gujarat that is in the wind power capacity top position, and second is your Tamil Nadu. Correct? Gujarat's total installed capacity of wind power stood at 10,416 megawatt, while Tamil Nadu's energy stood at 10,125 megawatt. Similarly, I ask you, in solar energy, the state that has topped is Rajasthan. Next, according to UNDP and Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative, Global Multidimensional Poverty Index was released in July. A total of dash people moved out of poverty in India with just 15 years. So recently, remember, it was UNDP, United Nations Development Program, and the Oxford Poverty and Human Development Index. They released a data stating that in the 15 years time frame, that is from 2005 till 2020, correct, or 2019 to 21, almost 415 million people have moved out of poverty, and the largest people that moved out of poverty were from Bihar in India. Correct? So Oxford Poverty and Human Development Index, according to them and UNDP, in the last 15 years in India, almost 415 million people have moved out of poverty. Correct? As of now, almost 18% of the global population, that is 1.1 billion people, they live in acute multidimensional poverty across 110 countries. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to an MOU that was signed by IFSCA in July 2023? Option A, IFSCA and CPI India, they signed an MOU for mutual assistance and cooperation to increase mobilization of global sustainable capital flows into India. So option A is correct. B, IFSCA also signed an MOU with IIM Lucknow Enterprise Incubation Cell to establish a framework for collaboration and mutual understanding between both organizations for supporting and facilitating fintech and techfin entities. Option B is also correct, that IFSCA and IIM of Lucknow Incubation Cell, right? They signed this MOU. Then third is, under this, fintechs registered with IIM Lucknow may be facilitated to access IFSCA's regulatory and innovation sandbox and apply for the IFSCA Fintech Initiative Scheme of 2022. So this option is also correct. Also remember, under this MOU, the aim is to establish a framework for collaboration and mutual understanding between both organizations for supporting and facilitating these fintech and techfin entities. Next, according to the 5th edition of the Survey on Digital and Sustainable Trade Facilitation by the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific, that was released in July 2023, Which country has emerged as the best performing country in the South Asian region in terms of trade facilitation? It is India. Correct. This is according to the fifth edition of the survey on the digital and sustainable trade facilitation that was released by UNESCAP. Correct. Here, India has emerged as the best performing country in the South Asian region in terms of trade facilitation. Correct. Then, apart from this, India has progressed by achieving a perfect score of 100% in four key areas, that is, transparency, formalities, institutional arrangements, cooperation, and paperless trade. Apart from this, 2023 survey revealed that India has not made any notable implementation in terms of the wildlife trade facilitation. Correct? In Bangladesh, then in UAE, France, we are seeing that use of UPI has started. In Bangladesh and UAE, these country will be trading in Indian rupees, and in France, you will be seeing that UPI use has started. Next, which among the following banks has recently contributed $27 billion for India's green growth during the International Conference on Green Hydrogen? It is three options, right? World Bank, European Investment Bank, and Asian Development Bank. So all these three recently contributed $27 billion for India's green growth during the International Conference on Green Hydrogen. If we talk about World Bank, they contributed $1.5 billion. European Investment Bank, they contributed 1 billion euros, and Asian Development Bank, they contributed 20 to 25 billion dollar. In the next 5 years they will be contributing this amount. Correct? And this event or this meeting was held between 5th to 7th of July. It was at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi, and it was inaugurated by RK Singh. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to InSpace in July 2023? Option A, InSpace issued an expression of interest, that is EOI, for the first of its kind transfer of technology of the small satellite launch vehicle to Indian private space firms. Option A is exactly correct, that they will be transferring these technology of SSLV to various Indian private space firms so that more and more satellites and more innovation can be done in this field. Option B, InSpace and ISRO's Human Space Flight Center signed an MOU with Lockheed Martin Corporation to explore opportunities for the utilization of the Chandrayaan 3 crewed spacecraft to service Starlab space station. So option B is wrong here, because which it will be? It will be your InSpace along with ISRO's Human Space Flight Center. They signed this MOU with not Lockheed Martin Corporation. It was not this company. It will be actually Voyager Space, right? They will explore this various opportunities for this Chandrayaan 3 mission that was recently launched. Correct? Then third, option B is wrong. Third is MOU was signed during the fourth edition of the Space Economy Leaders Meeting in Bangalore, Karnataka, under the theme Towards a New Space Era, that is Economy, Responsibility and Alliance. Right? So this is also correct. Apart from this, remember the meeting was done under a theme. This meeting that was news towards a new space era, and that you need to remember, that is important. This was held between 6th to 7th of July, and it was in Bangalore, Karnataka. Then if we talk about SSLV, it is 2 meter in diameter and 34 meter in length, right? It is capable of launching 500 kg satellites into a 500 kilometer planar orbit. Next, which team has recently defeated Nellai Royal Kings, that is NRK, to win the Tamil Nadu Premier League 2023 title? So, which team defeated Nellai Royal Kings? It was defeated by Laika Kovai Kings. Correct? This TNPL, Tamil Nadu Premier League, as Shah Rukh Khan led. Shah Rukh Khan SRK, that is an actor, right? He owns this team LKK, that is Laika Kovai Kings, and it defeated Nellai Royal Kings to win this Tamil Nadu Premier League. Right? Next. Which of the following points are correct with respect to the 50th meeting of the GST Council that is held in New Delhi? So among the options, if we see option A, GST, when first of all tell me GST, it is an indirect tax and it was launched in 2017, right? The GST on snack pellets, that is the semi-finished ingredients that is used to manufacture snacking products, is decreased to 12%, that was earlier 28%. Is it correct? So remember, this is not correct. It has been decreased to 5%, that was earlier 18%. Correct? This is GST on the snack pellets and the semi-furnished ingredients that is used to manufacturing these snacking products. Then option A is wrong here because the correct option is from it has been reduced from 18 to 5%. Then GST exemption on satellite launch service supplied by ISRO, Antrix Corporation Limited and NSIL. Is it correct? So yes, GST exemption on these satellite launch services supplied by ISRO, Antrix Corporation Limited and NSIL. Then third is a uniform tax rate of 28% will be applied to casino, horse racing and online gaming. So yes, option C is also correctly mentioned here. The tax will be based on the face value of the purchased chips for the casinos, on the full value of the bet placed on the horse racing and the full value of bets placed on online gamings. So option B and C are correct here. Next, correct with respect to the quality control order notified by DPIIT in July 2023. Option A, DPIIT under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry notified 2 new QCOs on potable water bottles and flammable product writers to enhance the public health and safety of consumers. So yes, option A is correct. And India has also banned the import of lighters that are below 20 rupees. These lighters below 20 rupees will now be made in India only. Then option B, QCO for portable water bottles mandates compulsory certifications under the appropriate IS for the production and import of potable water bottles made of copper, stainless steel or aluminium. Option B is rightly mentioned here. C, QCO for the flame producing lighters mandates compulsory certification under IS for safety specification for lighters and safety specification for the utility lighters for the flame lighters manufactured for domestic market or imported to India. So yes, it is also correct. So option A, B, C, all these three are correctly mentioned here. Next, which company became the first central public sector enterprise in India to get certified for anti-bribery management system, that is ABS, by MS Interset USA? It is your Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, ONGC. It became the largest crude oil and natural gas Maharatna company in India that has become the first CPSC in India to get certified for ABMS, that is anti-bribery management system. Who is the CEO of ONGC? Arun Kumar Singh. He is the chairman and chief executive officer of ONGC. Which among the following is incorrect with respect to the visit of Dr. S. Jaishankar, our External Affairs Minister, to Tanzania? So, first option, External Affairs Minister co-chaired the 10th session of India-Tanzania Joint Commission on Economic, Technical and Scientific Cooperation in Dar es Salaam. So, in Dar es Salaam. So, option A, is it correct? So, yes, remember, option A is correctly mentioned here. Option B, an MOU has been signed between between India and Tanzania for establishing first IIT campus outside India, that was named IIT Madras in Zanzibar, Tanzania. So yes, option B is also correctly mentioned and it is an important one, that which IIT will be setting up their first campus outside India. It is IIT Madras. Option 3, Dr. S. Jaishankar attended a deck reception on board the Indian naval ship Betwa. So no, it is not INS Betwa. It actually is INS. On which INS it is INS Trishul, right? On INS Trishul, Dr. S. Jaishankar attended a deck reception, correct? And INS Trishul, it is a frigate in Zanzibar, Tanzania, along with Sheikh Abdullah Qasim Henga, the president of Zanzibar, right? So option 3 was wrongly mentioned here. So we have to write the incorrect one. So option C is answer here because it was not INS Betwa, it is INS Trishul. And option 4, he visited the water project in Khemba district, which is built with Indian assistance to surpass the supply. So option C is also correct here. Right? Moving on. Next, a world of debate, right? A growing burden to global prosperity. This is the name of the report that was launched by United Nations Security General in July. The global public debt has reached a record of $92 trillion in 2023. So right option is option second. According to the world of debt, a growing burden to global prosperity. This was the name of the report that was released by United Nations Security General Antonio Guterres, right? And according to them, the report stated that the world debt or the global debt has reached $92 trillion in 2022, which is fivefold since 2000. Correct? According to a report, government borrowed to country crisis on development include COVID-19 pandemic, cost of living crime crisis, and climate change. Almost 3.3 billion people, that is almost half of the humanity, live in countries that spend more on debt interest payments than on education or health. Next, which company has recently collaborated with Garlic to launch their first international payment gateway in Malaysia? So it is Razer Pay. Remember, it is Razer Pay. They recently collaborated with Garlic to launch the first international payment gateway, that is in Malaysia. Right, that is in Malaysia, right? And it was in partnership with Garlic. And you need to remember that Razer Pay bought Garlic in the month of February this year in 2023, correct? And now they will February 2022, and the deal was for $20 million. And now they are working under the brand Garlic by Razer Pay in Malaysia, correct? And they have launched the first international payment gateway in Malaysia. Moving on, which city will host World Weightlifting Championship 2023 in September 2023? It will be hosted by Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, correct? Then remember, two-time medalist Mirabai Chanu will once again spread the Indian challenge in the World Weightlifting Championship that will be held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This will be in the month of September in 2023, correct? Then remember, apart from this, if I ask you, or when will be the Olympic Games held in Paris, France? It will be in 2024. And there was a news recently that stated that Australia will now not be hosting the Commonwealth Games, and this is because of the finances that they are paying, or the financial situation that is going all around the world. So because of that, the budget of these Commonwealth Games that will be held in 2026 will not be hosted by Australia, correct? We will be discussing more about this in future. Next, which state recently launched a scheme to teach their regional language to children of migrant workers? It is Tamil Nadu, right? Tamil Nadu launched a scheme to teach their regional language to the children of migrant workers. Beside their mother tongue, the children of migrant workers will be taught Tamil, and the scheme will be implemented across Tamil Nadu. Next, name the organization that has recently signed an MOU with the Ministry of Defense to promote the use of millets and healthy eating practices among the armed forces. It is FSI, that is Food Safety Standard Authority of India, correct? They recently signed an MOU with the Ministry of Defense, and it was to promote the usage of millet among the army personnel, correct? As it is a healthy diet and it is full of nutrition as well as protein. Also, we know International Year of the Millet, it was declared 2023 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, correct? And recently Rajnath Singh, who is a defense minister, he also unveiled a book that was based on the healthy recipes for defense to promote the consumption of millets, right? And that is to Anna Millets, correct? Next, which company recently signed a contract with the Government E Marketplace to develop an enhanced version of the Government E marketplace portal. It is your Tata Consultancy Service Limited, TCS, that is the India's largest software exporter. They recently signed a contract with GEM, that is Government e-Marketplace. Correct? It is a portal for various procurement of materials, right? And this GEM portal was developed by Directorate General of Supplies and Disposal. Correct? Coming back, it is your TCS that recently signed a contract with GEM portal to enhance the version of the GEM portal. Correct? To update it basically, because we know TCS, it is a one of the largest software exporter company for India. Moving on, it is Ministry of Communications, right? Or Minister of Communications Ashwini Vaishnav, he inaugurated the curtain raiser of the 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress that was held in New Delhi. So we know that this is the 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress. This was held in New Delhi at Pragati Maidan. Correct? Here, remember, this was based on the theme, that is global digital innovation. I repeat, this was based on the theme global digital innovation, that is scheduled to take place from 27 to 29th of October at Pragati Maidan. Right? So coming back, Department of Telecommunications, that comes under the Ministry of Communication, and Cellular Operators Association of India, they will jointly host the 7th edition of the Asia's premier digital technology exhibition that will be based on the theme global digital innovation, that will be taking place from 27 to 29th of October at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. So we are talking about the 7th edition of this Indian Mobile Congress. Next, name the ministry that was launched or that recently launched the Action Taken Report module of the Audit Online. So it is your Ministry of Panchayati Raj, right? They have launched this Action Taken Report module of the Audit Online during a virtual event that was presided over Kapil Moreshwar Patel. This module aims to provide more structured approach to the audit process, ensuring clarity on actions taken in response to audit findings. Right? This ATR module of Audit Online, this will enable panchayats to become more accountable, efficient, empowered, and corruption free, and it will ensure a seamless management of Gram Panchayat funds across India. So it is Ministry of Panchayati Raj. They have launched this Action Taken Report module of Audit Online. Next, SS Mundra, the chairman of BSc Limited, has launched a new logo during the event organized to mark the celebration of the 149th Foundation Day on 10th of July 2023. So we can say, remember, SS Mundra, who is the chairman of BSc, correct? They launched the new logo during the event to mark the celebration of 149th edition of the Foundation Day of BSc International Convention Hall, Mumbai, Delhi, or Mumbai, Maharashtra, right? So it was the 149th Foundation Day, and at the BSc International Convention Hall in Mumbai, Maharashtra, this event was organized. Correct? And it was on 10th of July 2023. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to Time Higher Education Young University Ranking 2023 released in July 2023? So among them, Mahatma Gandhi University in Kerala has emerged as the top among Indian universities and secured a rank of 77 globally. So option A is correct here, right? Then Nanyang Technology University of Singapore topped the list in 2023, followed by Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Option B is also correctly matched. But if we come to the option C, it is saying that LPU placed in the world band of 301 to 350. No, LPU was placed in the rank band of 251 to 300 in the ranking of this THE Young University ranking. Right here only, if we talk about the rank of IIT, right, IIT Bhubaneswar and IIT Guwahati, they were ranked in this of 301 to 350 band. Correct? IIT Guwahati and Bhubaneswar. Correct? If we talk about IIT Mandi, it was placed in the band of 351 to 400. Correct? So option C is wrongly marked here, and we have to tell the correct option. So A and B are correct here. Next, which organization has released a report that is the impact of microplastics and nanoplastics on human health, with key findings that microplastics and nanoplastics significantly affect the gut microbiomes of human, animal and the environment. So it is Food and Agriculture Organization, right? So they have released this report that is the impact of microplastics and nanoplastics on human health, and we know these microplastics and nanoplastics, they have been found in the blood also of human body, in the newborn baby also, in the new ice that has recently been fallen, in that also we have found microplastics, and it is a worrying concern because these plastic will never degrade and they will remain in the environment forever. Correct? And this report was released by Food and Agriculture Organization. It talks about the harmful effect that it will have on our guts, because they will be going into our digestive system also. So how they will be affecting it has been shown here. Correct? In this particular report that was released by an arm of UN. Next, UN AIDS 2023 UN AIDS Global AIDS Update, the path that ends AIDS. This report was released by joint by UN program on HIV/AIDS in July 2023 by the World Can End AIDS by dash year. So according to them, they stated that world can end AIDS by 2030. All we have to do is we have to take science into consideration, we have to bring all the new technologies, we have to focus research and development is in this particular area, right? And with the collaborative effect, we will be seeing that by 2030 the AIDS will be eliminated. HIV, what does it stands for? Human immunodeficiency. HIV, what does it stands for? Human immunodeficiency virus. And what does AIDS stands for? It is acquired immune deficiency syndrome, that is your AIDS. And this report was released by whom? This report was released by UNAIDS. Correct? Next, Dash became the first bank in India to offer interoperability between central bank digital currency and unified payment interface. It is your which bank? It is HDFC Bank. Correct? They are the largest private sector lender in India. They have launched UPI QR code payment interface. Correct? And it is with India's sovereign digital currency, that is CBDC, that is e-rupee, that was launched by RBI in retail as well as wholesale segment. Correct? With this, HDFC Bank became the first bank in the country to complete the integration process between UPI system and digital currency. Here, remember, HDI will enable digital rupee payment in several countries including Mumbai, Delhi, Chandigarh, Bhubaneswar, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Guwahati and Gangtok. Next, Union Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Electronics, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, flagged off the first batch of Namda art products of Dash for export to the UK. Remember, recently, Union Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Electronics, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, flagged off the first batch of Namda art products of Jammu and Kashmir for the export to UK. Also remember, recently India has banned the export of rice except of basmati rice, right? All the rice except basmati rice has been banned by the government, export for them. Correct? Remember, this is also a latest news. Next is, which bank has recently named as the world's best bank for corporate responsibility in the prestigious Euromoney Awards for Excellence 2023? It is DBS Bank, right? And it has been named as the world's best bank for corporate, right? And it is the best bank for these corporate responsibilities. Correct? And in the prestigious Euromoney Award for Excellence 2023. Apart from this, in the same award, DBS was also recognized as the Asia's best bank for wealth management for the second consecutive year. Best bank for corporate as well as best bank for wealth management. It is your DBS bank. Correct? Moving on. Dash became the first airport in India to get 4 runways and dual Eastern Cross taxiway. So it is your which airport? It is your Indira Gandhi International Airport, that is in New Delhi, became the first airport in India to get 4 runways and dual Eastern Cross taxiway. So correct option here is option C. This 4.4-kilometer runway with 4,400 meters length and 45 meters width was constructed to handle the air traffic movements widely. And now with the launch of this fourth runway, earlier it was just 1500 flights per day, now it can be almost 2000 flights per day. Moving on, Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Rajiv Chandrasekhar inaugurated country's first public-private partnership model Atal Tinkering Lab in partnership with Oppo India. Correct, that is in Thrissur, Kerala. So, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar, he inaugurated the first Triple P partnership model ATL, that is in Thrissur, Kerala, and it was launched in partnership with Oppo India. Learning Link Foundation, that is a New Delhi based not for profit organization, they will be acting as their implementation partner. These Atal Tinkering Labs, they have been set up to empower the school children, right, from classes 6 to 12th to develop various innovative solutions. So the right option here is option 4th, Oppo India. Next, which country recently became the 51st nation to agree to the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations? It is Saudi Arabia. Correct? Saudi Arabia became the 51st nation to agree to the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, right? And remember, Saudi Arabia, it was signed by Saudi Arabian Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, correct? And this TAC, it is a peace treaty, correct? This was signed by Asian nations in 1976 so that they will respect each other's sovereignty, territorial integrity and national identity. And recently the 51st nation to join this TAC, that is your Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, is Saudi Arabia. Next, which of the following companies have recently signed an MOU with International Financial Service Center to support fintech and techfin entities? And we have seen this, it is your both 1 and 2, that is Pilani Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Society and BITS Science, that is BITS Birla Institute of Technology, and this BITS is of Goa. Remember this, right? No, sorry, it is not of Goa, it is of the Rajasthan campus of Pilani, right? BITS Pilani campus of Rajasthan and the Pilani Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Society, they together signed an MOU to support the fintechs and techfin entities. Correct? This MOU will enable various cooperations and collaborations in various fintech sectors. So correct option is both 1 and 2. Next, incorrect, you have to tell with respect to Chandrayaan 3, that is India's third lunar exploration mission that was launched from Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Option 1, we have to tell which is incorrect. With successful landing, India will be the second country to land a spacecraft near the moon's south pole at 60-degree latitude and the fifth country to soft land on the surface of moon. So is option A correct? The option A is not correct. Remember, with this successful landing, India will become the first country to land a spacecraft near the moon's south pole with 70 degrees latitude and the fourth country to soft land near the surface of the moon. Correct? Option A is incorrect, so our answer is option 1. C, it consists of indigenous lander module called Vikram, propulsion module and the rover that was named Pragyan. So question can be asked, what is the name of the lander here? It is Vikram. What is the name of the rover here? Pragyan. Correct. So option B is also right. C means option 2 is correct here, but we have to find the incorrect one. Then the objective of Chandrayaan 3 is to demonstrate safe and soft landing on the lunar surface, to demonstrate rover roving on the moon and to conduct in situ scientific experiments. So option C is correct. Fourth, Chandrayaan 3 mission is nearly identical to Chandrayaan 2 mission, but orbiter component has been replaced with PM. That is your propulsion module. Next, ISRO. The engineers at ISRO facility in Bangalore, Karnataka jointly launched two main components of NISAR that was namely the spacecraft bus and the radar instrument payload to create a single spacecraft. What does this S stands for in NISAR? But basically the full form of NISAR is asked. NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. So S stands for synthetic, right? This will be working in two payloads here or two bands, that is L band radar and S band radar. Correct? They have been arrived from the NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and they will be built at the ISRO facility. Then this NISAR, this will be launched in 2024 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, that is in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh, and it will be launched using GSLV Mark II, that is Geosynchronous Launch Vehicle Mark II. And also according to ISRO, this NISAR will map the entire globe in just 12 days. So correct option is C. Next, IRDI, they selected Tata AIG General Insurance Company Limited as the lead non-life insurance for which state? For the state of Maharashtra. Correct? IRDI selected Tata AIG General Insurance Company as the lead non-life insurer for Maharashtra state. Correct? And their aim is to provide Maharashtrian people with insurance. That means all of the Maharashtra people should be covered with insurance by 2047 under the vision of Maharashtra, that is insurance for all by 2047. Correct? Also, Tata AIG will also assist in promoting the adoption of the flagship government scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana in the state of Maharashtra. Next is Dash became the first women officer of the Army Service Corps to assume the command of a communication zone mechanical transport battalion. She is Suchita Shekhar, right? Suchita Shekhar, Colonel Suchita Shekhar. She became the first women officer of the Army Service Corps to assume the command of the communication zone mechanical transport battalion. Correct? So the right option is option 5. So these were your important current affairs for the second week of July, friends. I hope the session was interesting and important. If you find the session to be interesting and if you want us to continue with such sessions, all you have to do is comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.